this module, we're going to explore what to do with our thoughts during mindfulness meditation. There can be misconceptions that during a meditation practice that there should be no thoughts, and if there are thoughts, that we're doing something wrong. That's not true. It's totally normal and natural for us to have thoughts. Oftentimes those thoughts are very helpful throughout our day, throughout our lifetime, but sometimes our thoughts can kind of pull us in all these directions that can add to the stress or anxiety or worry that we're having about things. So we're learning to calm our thoughts down in a supportive and kind way. You can do mindful breathing, working with your thoughts, anywhere that feels appropriate to you, sitting, lying, standing, your choice, and it can take place for 5 seconds or 5 minutes. For this practice, I encourage you to sit down to give this a try. And like we've started some of the other modules, begin by feeling your feet on the ground. Notice your legs and your spine. Notice your shoulders and your arms and your hands. Notice your neck and your face. Remembering that you can let your eyes close and just follow my voice throughout this guided meditation. And if you don't want to close them, you can also just gaze softly at the floor in front of you. Let your attention drift to your breathing. Remember, you can place your hand over your abdominal area and your chest, feeling your breathing that way. You can also work on counting your breathing. So breathing in, counting 1. Breathing out, counting 2. Continuing to count your breath until you get to 10. If you forget which number you're at, or once you reach 10, just start over again. You can also use the phrases breathing in and breathing out to help stay focused on your breath. What you'll begin to notice is that oftentimes it doesn't take long before our attention shifts from our breath to a thought or to a daydream. Again, remember this is a normal, natural process. You're not practicing or doing anything wrong. In fact, when you notice that your mind has drifted from your breathing to a thought, to something else, that's a moment of mindfulness. You've noticed something, you've drifted away. You can begin to explore that thought for a few moments if you'd like. What's the content? Is the thought about the past? Is the thought about the future? Is it about something else? But then after a few moments, gently return your attention back to your breathing and notice the inhalation. Notice the exhalation as many times as you can, staying focused on your breathing for as long as you can. And when your mind, when your attention, when your focus moves from your breath back to a thought, back to something you're planning, back to a reflection of something that's happened, you can go through the same process again. Briefly exploring it, but then gently reminding yourself that this is a practice of mindful breathing. You can even let yourself know you can go back to that thought and explore it further later on. And so we return our attention back to our breathing, back to the inhalation, back to the exhalation, focusing on our breath for as long as we possibly can, over and over. And we can repeat this pattern, allowing our awareness to be on our breath. When our attention shifts, recognizing that, and then gently, kindly, without judgment about how we're doing this, simply return our attention back to our breathing. Back to the inhale, back to the exhale. And you can practice this for 5 seconds, for half a minute, for a minute, for 5 minutes, for however long you feel this could be beneficial for you during the day. Keep up the great work.